So I'm not an estate planning attorney, but I work with a lot of attorneys. In the state of Texas, if you have assets over $75,000, which means if you own a home, and the home is worth more than $75,000, it's usually advisable to get a revocable living trust to protect your home and your other assets, so that in the event that you do pass away, your estate doesn't go to probate and your family isn't in a bind. Now, estate planning altogether can be a very complicated and frustrating process. Sometimes it takes meeting with a lawyer, an estate planning attorney, sitting down, going through paperwork, looking at your assets. It can take 30, 60, 90 days to get the paperwork in order, and then they send it back to you and you have to file it away. It's old school. If you need to add on things like a quitclaim deed, power of attorney, advanced medical directives, those are usually considered add-ons. It increases the price of your traditional trust when you sit with an estate planning attorney. With the do-it-yourself system, all of those things are usually included in the one-time flat fee in the very beginning. In traditional methods, every time you need to make an update, an amendment, an addition, or subtraction, you have to submit it to your lawyer. He has to process the request. It depends on how many hours it takes for them to do it. It's going to increase the lifetime cost of that estate plan and that trust. With the do-it-yourself system, typically it's one flat administrative fee. You can make as many changes as you want. With traditional methods, you get a paper packet, you get to store it somewhere safe. Hopefully you don't have a flood or a fire and it doesn't get destroyed. Because if it does, you can't get a hold of your attorney again. You have to spend that money all over again. With the do-it-yourself system, the documents are housed in the cloud, which means it's always accessible 24/7, 365, anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection, and you can print it out and store it somewhere safe too. So there's some redundancy when you do it yourself versus when you rely on an estate planning attorney or a law office. Now, my suggestion is you do your own research. You see which one is a better fit for you, but if you want to learn more about the do-it-yourself system, our advisors can help walk you through the process, and will also provide free, no obligation financial strategy calls, those retirement advisory calls for you as well. And that's all included in the DIY one-time flat fee. Click the Learn More button, reach out to me, comment, somehow get a hold of me, and I'll make sure I get the correct information in your hands. My name is Mark Cassara. Make very complicated things easy to understand. Make sure you engage from the bottom up, and